Namo Buddhaya, Namo Amitabha. Hello everyone. So today I feel like talking about the 4 means of embracing. So this is a Bodhisattva practice maybe a lot of people are not aware of. So before we talk about the 4 immeasurable minds, so the Bodhisattvas internally cultivate the 4 immeasurable minds and externally also combine with the 4 means of embracing or the 4 means of attraction. So these are 4 skillful means to help gather, to attract and to guide sentient beings to the path of the Dharma, to the path of enlightenment. So why are the 4 means of embracing important? So sometimes people say, sentient beings are so annoyed, people are so annoyed. I try to share Dharma with them, but they don't want to listen, etc. Sometimes maybe it's not like they don't want to listen, but it's also how you put it, like the way you present it. So it's important that we should employ some skillful means when we want to share the Dharma with others. So we can learn from the Bodhisattvas about the 4 means of embracing. So whether you want to practice the Bodhisattva path or not, these 4 methods can help you establish and create very good relationship in your life, in your family and your career. So it's very good skills for us to learn to improve our social skills. And why it's important for us to have good social skills, so then if you want to share the Dharma with others, people want to listen to you if you have built good relationship with them. Okay, so first is giving dana. So giving, we all know about it from the 6 parameters. But the difference here is that in the 6 parameters, the Bodhisattva practice giving to sort of get rid of their own greed, desire and attachment to material perceptions. But here, the giving is for the purpose of leading them to the path of the Dharma. So in the Vimalakīrti Sūtra, it also says, I first attract beings with worldly desire and then lead them to the wisdom of the Buddha. So when I first meet people that I first met, I like to give them a little gift. Not expensive gifts. I don't have that much money, and also if it's too expensive, then people also maybe don't want to take it, but just a little gift. I'll show you what I usually give out to people. So it's this key ring. So this little key ring, it has the word, the Chinese characters with Fu, which means blessings, and Namo Amituofo in Chinese. So usually when I hand out this little gift to others, they will be quite happy to receive a gift from me. And because it's a little gift, so it doesn't matter. And then people will be curious, what are these Chinese characters mean? And that is the chance that I can explain to them about Nianfo, about Amitabha, about the Pure Land. So this is also one of the skillful means to give them a little gift or whatever they need, or sometimes maybe food, clothing. But I like to give out this key ring because I know most people, they're gonna be curious, they're gonna ask me what it means, and perfect. I have the opportunity to explain to them what I wanted to talk to them about. It would be really weird if I just come up to people and to start talking about the Dharma. People probably don't want to listen. But if I first give them this little gift and they're gonna ask me, and then I can explain to them. So giving of material goods is actually for the purpose of leading them to the path of the Dharma. And there is also the giving of the Dharma, to share Dharma with others. And there is also the fearless giving we talked about before, to not let sentient beings to be afraid of you. It's what's called a fearless giving. Sometimes when people they are sick, you can give them medicine, you can tell them about Nianfo. Also, to adopt a vegetarian diet is a form of fearless giving. So, animals, so beings, they are not afraid of you. Of course, again, this is not compulsory, but for people who are really serious about maybe taking up the Bodhisattva path and want to take up the the Bodhisattva precepts. Okay, so the second one is kind speech. Like, kind speech is just so important. Doesn't matter whether you practice Bodhisattva path or not. It is important if you want to create good relationship with others. No one likes to listen to harsh speech, like bad speech. So it's important that we practice kind speech. I try to speak with others with loving kindness, compassion, and encouragement. Sometimes people can be quite sensitive. So when we speak, we should also be mindful of others' feelings. We can speak truthfully, but also be mindful of others' feelings. Sometimes we may not be so sensitive about others' feelings, so we also have to be a bit careful about how we maybe phrase our words. So kind speech is very important. Sometimes when people learn the Dharma maybe for long, and then they maybe tell people about how to practice, etc. It's good to use the words of encouragement rather than to criticize others. People can't really take up criticisms easily nowadays because of our ego, because we have ego. So maybe sometimes we don't like to listen to others to criticize us. So in order to establish good relationship with others, it's important that we practice kind speech. Speak with loving kindness, compassion, and encouragement. For instance, maybe you tell people, oh, it's very good to take the 5 precepts. Why don't you take the 5 precepts? And then people will be like, I don't want to take the 5 precepts. Instead of maybe criticizing them, and just say, oh, it's fine. You can even take out 4 precepts if you like. So this is just an example. I don't mean you have to do that. So instead of criticizing others, we try to speak the words of encouragement to encourage other people. Okay, third one is beneficial actions. This is so important. I would say actions speak louder than words. Not only that we should practice kind speech, it's also important that we help others when they are in need. Whether it is financial support or emotional support, I try to listen to others, to help others when they are in need. So if you help them, they're gonna listen to you more, right? Because you've created the trust with them. So it's important that we have the heart to help others. How much we can help others and to what extent we can help others also depends on our own conditions. But most importantly is that we have this willingness to help others. So fourth is cooperation. This is also very important, to share experiences with others, to maybe work with others, to collaborate with others, to relate to others at their level, so you don't appear as distant or superior. Why is Guanyin so popular in the world? Even a lot of non-Buddhists know about Guanyin. Some people, they don't know about Amitabha Buddha, who is Guanyin's teacher, but they know about Guanyin. They love Guanyin, they believe in Guanyin, they trust Guanyin. Because I found the Lotus Sutra, chapter 25, Universal Gate of Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara, we know how good Guanyin is at in relating to others and helping others when they are in need. If you encounter any difficulties in your life, or you want to have a good family, give birth to good children, Guanyin Bodhisattva can help you with that. She promised whenever you encounter any disasters, any difficulties, any dangers, you call the name of Guanyin and she will come to help you. So that is beneficial actions. That is also cooperation. It really feels like she is always here with us. She always tries to relate to us at our level. Whatever ascension beings needs, then she fulfills. So that's why Guanyin established a lot of good relationship with boundless sentient beings. So people really feel trust in her. So that's why she's so famous all over the world. So in the Avatamsaka Sutra, it also says, if one can accomplish the four means of embracing, then one can bring boundless benefits to sentient beings. So you can bring boundless sentient beings to the path of awakening, just like Guan Yin, like Shakyamuni Buddha, like Amitabha Buddha. So we should really try to build up good relationship with as many people as possible while we are still on earth. So in the future, when you go to the Pure Land and you realize Buddhahood, and when you share the Dharma, then many people want to listen to you, because in the past you have already built up this good karmic connection with others. So that's why it's very important to establish good relationships with as many people as possible. So in the future, when you realize Buddhahood, then you can bring boundless sentient beings to the path of awakening, to the path of Dharma. Okay, I hope this helps. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Amitabhaya.